Hello, Twitch. Welcome in, everyone. Hopefully, everyone's having a lovely night. Happy Wednesday to you. Obviously, still waiting on that to finish warming up. Got the kettle going a little late for the start of stream. We've got matcha powder as our ingredient for the evening, using culinary quality. Which is one thing that you should look for this if you're going to be putting it into food, especially if you're going to be putting it into food raw. We'll get coffee going here in a moment. Got new cameras today. Need to change the angle on this one slightly. There we go. We have, at least going to this computer, 4K video now going from above my cutting board and over here on the stove, above the stove, upgrading from C920s to Brios. Wanted to get that done yesterday, but they got here just before the stream. I was like, it's going to take way too much time to get everything done because I had to go through and redo all the zip tying on them, getting the cords all done right, and in a way that I don't think they're really going to have problems. And actually, I'm not even quite done because I want to replace the cable that's going from this one to the computer with just a better new cable. The one that's on there is like ancient. Hey Clipper, welcome in. So I'm going to be doing matcha powder tonight, which is a green tea. It's mostly notable for its tannin effects, much like red wine. It gets you that dryness in the back of your throat, and the flavors that are associated along with that. And so I'm going to be going seafood route tonight. Going to be doing a matcha crusted, matcha poached salmon with asparagus that I'm going to tempura fry with matcha powder in the batter. Gonna do up a simple sort of mayo for both dipping those in, and we'll use the mayo also for coating the salmon for getting our breading on it. Welcome in, T-Lati. T-Lati. So hard. I mean, it's so hard to. Welcome in. What else do we got going on tonight? Oh, and then in dessert land. The bot is not active. Why are you not doing this for me tonight, bot? Give me a moment, folks. I'm gonna have to reload my bot back in. that was logging my bots in. Now we gotta log me in. There we go. Okay. So, even though we're doing matcha for dinner tonight, now that we got the bot running properly, we'll get our coffee going for the day. Hey, Ozzy, welcome in. And so, to conclude describing what we're doing for dinner tonight, and then we're going to be doing some cookies, some brown butter, some white chocolate, and then with the matcha, counteract the sweetness. Should be good to some good stuff. Oh, and the one thing that I didn't include there, which doesn't really include matcha, I guess I could put some in the liquid with it, but I'm going to cook up some red quinoa for underneath with the salmon. Matcha boba. No, unfortunately, I got rid of the boba that I had that I bought for the boba ingredient challenge. I went through a fair number of them, but so those just coming in. New camera. So still streaming 1080 out of the house, but going from recording 1080 to recording 4K both changed perspective. They've got a wider perspective. The color is much better, and I'm hopeful that you guys are getting a little bit of a clearer signal. There's a little bit less noise in it. Although I am noticing some noise in this image, but you usually got to zoom it in like it is right now to get some of that. Cheers, folks. Happy Wednesday to you. Let's see, this I only got this out about 4 o'clock. This ain't too defrosted yet. Oh yeah, that's right, we're making a brown butter anyway, so. But while we're here, just getting the stream started, I think we should probably set up our ingredient challenge for next week here right off the bat. Oh, that's a lovely capture there. Um, mm, where is it? It's not showing up. It's not showing Discord as an option for me to capture at the moment. Apologize. I'm gonna have to restart Discord here, which means I have to find it in my tray. I just might not be able to show it tonight. It's May 4th, right? Yeah. Next dinner is on May 4th. And what do we have for competition? We have oatmeal with 7. And pomelo with 5. once again do apologize for the Discord not capturing right here. But that is up now in the dinner vote. Let's see if I can't get this give this one last chance here. It's just not capturing it. Let's try a different type. Oops. There we go. Why does it do that to me? Just having all sorts of problems tonight. And of course, it's messed it up on all of them because it's in the folder. Well, that's better. But if you're noticing where the dinner with Chef JT, in the bottom corner there. It doesn't want to cooperate. It's still not the right size. And I don't know why I can't click it and move it. There we go. I don't know why it does that. I did nothing to that overlay to cause it to do that. all I did was press Control Z to go back or to undo. But if we go back over to the Discord here, we can see we've got an early lead already here for Oatmeal, which Oatmeal had 7 votes. Good chance it wins. Okay. Back to the board here. Let's see. Watch. See if that lightens up. Oh, that's weird. We'll see. Let's see what we got here for our battle. How are we doing in Stream Raiders? We're ready for our first battle of the night. I think I'm going to try Killing Field. Oh, hey, there's music on for some reason tonight. Victory. Victory. Entropy getting those kills. Odorant getting the assists. Entropy getting the gold. We're going to see if we can't change that audio up here a little bit here. Like, off. Battle music. I was having issues with the window displaying. This is not they have a actual application for streamers or for captains so that you can capture it easier in OBS, or that and I was having issues the way it was displaying with scaling with the new monitor, and it was getting all out of whack, and it took me reinstalling it a couple of times to reset some settings in order to get it display right. Let's start a new battle here. Oh, we start bottom this time. Maybe a couple rogues here to hit that right off and then move in. They have all these crystals. I don't know what any of them do. I haven't done any of the reading on them. The idea is the rogues may be able to hit that and move on quickly and hit the army from the back. May distract some of them towards them. Either way, it's beneficial to us. They want to go on a suicide run. can start by cleaning this pan out. It was mostly clean, but it had something in it, so. We're gonna make some brown butter. Real low flame. And we'll get started with our other dry ingredients that we'll mix into that later. Starting with our flour. Oh, hey, I can put my apron on too rather than wiping my hands all over my butt. Let's see if we can't change that and improve things here. Still changing settings here with the video since we got new things to toy with. Oh, we'll live with that for right now. Bit of baking powder. Bit of baking soda. They all have descriptions. I haven't gone and read all of them, but we can destroy all of them, yes. I don't know necessarily what classes go after which gems either. I don't know if the rogues are going to go after that blue diamond one or not. You should be able to check with the little. Normally, if you hover over the different classes with your mouse, it'll show a green sword, like a mod sword, above each of the characters that class will go after. So with the crystals here, why don't we read them? Let's see what we got here for boosts here. Elemental crystal imbues units with the attunement of water. Provides the following: douse, attacks reduce enemy damage by 30% for 4 seconds. Purity, gain 100% increased healing received. Be untargetable for 3 seconds on kill. And 100% damage to fire attuned units, which I have no idea if any of these units are there fire attuned. We have 100% movement speed. Like I said, I haven't read through all of these. I'm not going to remember all of them for the week and a half we have here, but if you're playing multiple streamers and all that, you can definitely use these to your advantage to get some boost. You don't have to pay attention to my blocking things out. It's my suggestion to try and keep people corralled for haste. But if you feel a reason that you want to put units wherever you want, it'll let you do it. You just got to click OK. All right, back to bacon here. Not really trying to emulsify it right here. I'm just trying to break up that last of the butter. And we're going to wait for that to just start, for the butter to separate and just start to brown, just start to get some color. And we're going to pour that butter into the second bowl. With some sugar, granulated, some brown. Three-quarter cup. These cookies, I'm trying to give them a little bit extra spread. We're adding a little bit more sugar in there. And I'm using more granulated than brown. Welcome in, Nan Reader. What's wrong with Bot Cuisine, Ozzy? Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm not updating my Twitter anymore. I've removed it from most things. I did automate a going live message on Twitter though, so instead of photos on Twitter now, you'll have just nothing but going live notifications. So another way if you want to know if I'm going live. Nah, just putting money where under what do I support. And I think the way he has gone about this, regardless of what he does, he could make it a great program. But regardless of what he does, the way he has gone about it and the way he acts on the program just don't jive with me with being the type of person I want to support. That's without getting into politics. That's entirely just how he's handled buying the thing. We got white chocolate. Let's see, how much is this bag supposed to weigh? 12 ounces. I'm gonna mix this in with the flour. Wow, that's as much mixing I'm doing with it, but it's going in with the flour. Hey, Tentacle! We're working with matcha tonight. It's my Wednesdays we do ingredient challenges here. We also got new cameras today. But every Wednesday we have an ingredient challenge. People can vote in Discord. This week's voted ingredient was matcha. And so we're starting off with some cookies to start the night off. Gonna do some brown butter. Speaking of that, looking at the butter. Brown butter, which is what is on the stove. Matcha. And white chocolate cookies. We got our flour and chocolate over here. We have a mix of granulated white and brown sugar in here. That sort of does follow me to some degree. It's using my old cell phone though, so camera is okay, but I think the phone is, and we're getting a little flickering issue there every once in a while, which is yeesh. That it is, it's the cat of the house. It does what it wants to. I try to keep its attention. But as to the new cameras, we have new cameras which you're looking through here and on the stove. We've got 4K going to my computer and then 1080 out to you folks. And so we're just slow cooking this until we start getting some browning going on. Both of them are considerably brighter. I changed the contrast on the board, and I didn't do that to the stove, I don't think. Let me see. There we go. Now they should be both the same brightness. I knocked down the brightness just slightly and up the contrast just slightly. But yeah, they do considerably, if you compare the wood from the old one, if you pull up a VOD of the old one, and the difference between the wood and that one, and this, it looks like this is like brand new, fresh log that I just cut compared to the old one. Got 9 minutes left to get units on Stream Raiders. I'm gonna start preheating the oven here. I'll turn the fan on. Loving the smell of that butter right now. Just getting to the point where it's getting lightly aromatic if I stand over it. So how's everyone else's Wednesday going on? What's new in everyone else's world? I got a bunch of cleanup around the house stuff done yesterday. I felt accomplished. I had trouble getting ready for stream tonight though because I set up the cameras immediately after the last stream. Like I didn't even finish cleaning. I just okay, we got to change cameras, and I got into doing that even before going to bed, and got that all set up. And then getting ready for stream today, I kept finding things that I wanted to change and nitpick and just slightly alter to the stream itself. And so I kept going back and toying with things in OBS and toying, like I said, change the brightness on one of them and the contrast, but not the other. They should look the same now, though. Almost wish I could change the... I'm thinking some of the flickering that I'm getting... I don't know if you can see that, if that comes across over the internet, but I'm seeing a little bit of either electrical interference or... what I think is more likely is the lights above it, these... like the frequency of these lights. No browning going on there yet. How's the games going? How's the season going, SoCal? Ouch. That's a bummer. When you get a whole bunch of people and you get a no-show. I mean, it's an inconvenience to when it happens to you personally, but when you get a group thing going on and it doesn't happen. Oosh. Okay, now we're getting some color there. That's when I'm going to stop it here. Flames off. Give that a good stir up now that it's where we want it. And over to the board. I'm going to get all those good bits out of the bottom too, so... Focus. Focus. Why aren't you focusing, camera? Stirring by camera. Okay. Now we get those two combined. Sugar all nicely coated in butter. We start in with our egg. Now the question is, do I add a little vanilla in here with the... I think I'm going to. A little vanilla extract. As long as you're light-handed with it, never hurt much of anything. Alright, we'll come back to this and start doing some matcha with that here after we do our battle. How are we looking on ads? Are we in the middle of an ad here? We are in the middle of an ad. So I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Put these eggs away. Alright, they'll be back. I think I'm going to go for Kiln Field again. That seemed to work relatively well last time. Let's hope they go towards the top and not towards the bottom. This is going to be a tough one. But at least we're going to do the majority of it here in our circle. Alright, lost about half of our force. Got it though. Victory. Victory. Linjay getting 26 kills there. Entropy with 20. Ozzy with 14. DW with 10. Ooh, some goodies for me. Ozzy getting the rewards there. Well, if it's on the other side, there's ones that you can kill on the other side, Ozzy, too. Saint Scrolls. Berserker Scrolls. Going towards the blue chest. You see, you got these ones all the way out here. You can't do anything really with those. Looks like we don't have much in the way of obstacles here, so I'm just going to go towards the main fight here. So, I'm going to put my warrior out there. Do something like that. And I'm going to use haste this time since we don't have a good group. Feel free to put some units next to those diamonds. If you got something that's going to go after them, by all means. Well, there's like 6 units under it, but like, it's not a huge range. That is. Alright, so oven is now up to temp. Let's get back to doing some food and cooking here. Let's get out of designer mode so I can see how long till the next battle. And go back to board zoom. I'll try and pay attention to it next time. That looks like almost like a decent caramel if it wasn't for the fact that I know that there's a heck of granulated sugar in there. Oh yeah, we gotta add matcha powder in here. Gotta open our matcha powder. Ah, it's in bags. Or maybe it's not. It's in a bag. That'll work. Sort of like, why'd you put it in a tin if you're going to put it in a bag? So there is my matcha powder. That looks about right. And then folding in our chocolate and flour. Let's make some cookies. Well, the color will improve. Both the brown sugar is going to disappear. If you think of the idea, the difference between cookie before and after it's baked, these are hopefully going to be actually a bunch brighter green. I actually went a bit heavy on the matcha. As I normally do for these ingredient challenges, I normally up whatever the ingredient is, whether it's really a great idea or not. One cookie short of 2 full trays. Color changed when you get up close any better? It's not too far off. I think that's actually much more accurate than the old one was. Because they are sort of brown and dark brown sugar looking right now. I am certain that will improve. All right, what all are we doing for dinner tonight? I think we need to get started with making our stuff for our poaching liquid. got any shallots left? I do not. It's a shame. Let's do a little chopping then. Change my mind here. I don't want to get going with the poaching just yet. Almost ready to split there. Just hadn't put enough of a layer in between them yet. So I'm going to saute up a little. We'll see if we got any sweet peppers that are still worth using. Some garlic. Since I don't have shallot, we'll do a little red onion. And put that all with the quinoa. Not in love with the way that that's looking there. Sort of red off color, almost like there's some sort of eggs or something. I think I'm going to ditch that one. It's on both sides. Looks like something got in through where the new sprout was poking through. The rest of these are looking fine. I'm just going to leave the sprouts in there. Where's my scraper? I actually put that away. Let's take a look at these peppers. I'm doubting that they're looking all that great anymore. They'll still look usable. They're a little wilted. They're up there in age, but I only want to use, like, I guess I'll use all of them just to use them up, but I wasn't planning on doing this much quinoa. It's hilarious how you get a new platform and everyone's going to make their things. I'm just going to ditch these last two. Everyone's going to make their own version of stuff for that new platform. And I was noticing, or I caught a news article the other day telling people, brilliant new way to cut peppers on TikTok. It's just the normal way that I cut a bell pepper every day of the week. It's just taking the sides off, and or taking the top and bottom off, and then rolling it and cutting the seeds away from everything else. Yeah. That one I don't even have installed. That one, I have an account, but I don't even know how to get into my account. I'm pretty sure it's my account, though. I don't think someone, like... TikTok isn't bad. My only real problem with TikTok is and I've sort of gone over this before, but it's not a platform for teaching or being an educational platform, or it doesn't work well for that. And very little of the content is that. And so if it's not that, to me, it's just wasting my time. But unless it's reference or educational. YouTube, even Twitch, I'm sure blows it out of the water as far as educational content compared to the average of, like, the other problem with TikTok is it encourages other types of videos, which I really don't think are helpful. Vine did the exact same thing, where you have people who make videos to get the clicks, to get people to view them, rather than being worthwhile. Like let's make spaghetti or make nachos on the counter sort of a thing, or the more recent one I've seen with the sausage that someone messes with tomatoes and peppers, or just things that are purposely towing this line of being like, everyone's like, it's not quite wrong enough that you couldn't get away with it, but at the same time everyone looks at it like, why do you do it that way? Onion. We're going to do a whole bunch of prep here. We got a whole bunch of small things to do for this dinner tonight. After this, we're going to do some chives and parsley and get them chopped up for our breading. Hey, Bun Buns, welcome in. I'm only going to cut this half. The other half's going to go in the fridge. $230 and not one answer? Wow. Yeah, this needs to be sharpened again. Back here on the stove, we'll get flame going under the small pan here. Coffee is done, so just a little bit more. Get a nice high flame going underneath it, so it shouldn't be. To go along with the new cameras that we have today, mentioned this in the past, but if anyone hasn't been in the last couple of streams, also going to be toying with audio stuff here in the near future. I've got 2 shotgun mics that are coming, and a new lav mic setup that I'm going to try. Might be sending the lav mic and one of those shotguns back. We'll see. I'm going to try it once with a shotgun mounted in the corner over here, in the back corner over here, shooting down at the stove. Hopefully getting some audio from that type action. And The other one will obviously be pointed at the board with my lav mic, but we'll try it both with the Yeti and the lav mic. The real problem with lav mics is so few of them are directional. They all want to claim they're directional, but in order to get the size that the lav mic is, it doesn't really work. Actually, I don't want much heat on that, especially since they're pretty finely diced. We want the color on the onions and the garlic. Now, is this better or is this better? Which do you like better, folks? This one, where it actually shows off in the background, but it gives more of a glare on the pans. That's already with these light bulbs at 30%. This one like this, glare is worth it. Thank you, Clipper. I bet you when you made that name, you didn't think that everyone would be calling you Clipper, did you? Okay, I'm actually going to turn the heat off. Just use the pan and the other onions and garlic to lightly cook the peppers. I need some water. Battle. We're gonna go for this. I think that's going to be the plan right there. They're all spread out. I don't think we're gonna get a good circle here. Victory. You didn't play in the victory sounds now. Come on, mouse, work with me. Computer still hasn't quite figured out the whole 2-monitor thing now. The resolutions and differences between the 2 screens and stuff sort of throwing things off. And so half of the time when I hit the edge of this screen in front of me here, I'm just bouncing off of the edge because the computer's like, no, that's the edge of the screen, instead of going to the other monitor. I'm sorry, I didn't see that, Ozzy. Entropy getting the kills there. Hip Hop to Bop. Welcome in, getting us some assists there. And some kills. Stone Peas getting quite a few kills for us as well. Ozzy and Entropy walking away with those goodies, though. Game does love supporting our loyal viewers. Longtime viewers. I'm gonna put a flag bearer close to this thing. And I'll let everyone else figure out the rest. Let's go take a look at some of the other things we can set up here while we're here. We got quests, obviously, to collect. Let's go in the store here, get our daily goodies. Nice bun buns. We'll collect our goodies from the ice chest. All right. Check our army doesn't have any upgrades here. Nope. Back to the battlefield. Back to the cutting board. Next part here, I'm going to use the same bowl that I used to make the dry ingredients for the cookies. It's not going to matter if there's a little flour in this. And we're going to do our crust for the fish once it's been poached. Missing the flour. Which, oh. Well, what are you talking about dandelions there, Bun Buns? You got me confused what you're chatting about. No. AP. That type of flour. So we got orange zest. panko. All-purpose flour. I have had dandelion greens. I don't know if I've had dandelion flour. As in flour, like the flour of a dandelion. I don't think I've had ground flour either from it, but it's probably perfectly fine. Hooks are all the way over here. That's good, Bun Buns. Yeah, it can be really rough to figure some of that stuff out because I mean, you have to sit there and evaluate yourself. Sort of like, some salt, black pepper. If I have any black pepper left in my grinder. Guess not. Sorry about the tapping with headphones. Anyone with headphones? Okay, so that's going to be the coating for our salmon once we do our poaching with it. So the plan here is going to poach it in a combination of matcha, water, so we're making tea, and then some dairy. Lightly cook the fish off, tail piece, so we may end up, I'm probably going to end up cooking the very end, the thin end of it a little bit too much, but once it's done doing that, going to take it out, let it come down to about room temp, sitting on a platter on parchment. Going to brush it with a little bit of homemade mayo. We'll put our breading over the top of it, and then I'm going to broil it just to get the color on the breadcrumbs and get the top nice and good looking. So we'll set this aside until we're ready with that. Oh, that's what I forgot to throw in here. I'm like, what am I forgetting to throw in here? It's right here in front of me. We got some chives and some parsley. I'm not going to worry about the lighter stems towards the end here. I'm doing pretty good tonight, Bun Buns. Had a pretty productive day. Had a really productive day yesterday. Those little circles. See how well this thing focuses up close. Focus. A little off with my cut in there. There's some big uns in there. That was a pretty good one posted on Food Memes the other day for any of you cast iron fans. We also got the new vote going up in Discord for next week. We got Pomelo versus Oatmeal. Both of these we got 7 votes for Oatmeal and 5 for Pomelo, so this might be a good vote. Off of that screen, computer. Alright, I'm going to throw the cookies in now. I'm going to get my quinoa ready while those cook. Give you permissions, Clipper. Let's see if I got a full cup of these. A little bit more than that. You want a 2-to-1 volume for quinoa. So I'm going to put 2 and a touch more water in there with them.